field, Maddie Dunnigan. Batting sixth and playing third base, Ashlyn Sanchez. Batting seventh and playing second base, Maya Wilson. Batting eighth and playing right field, Morgan Vignew. Batting ninth and playing DH, Sophia Sosbo. And pitching for the Rockets today, Maddie Meyerson. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the L'Anse Creuse Lancers. Leading off and playing center field, Emma Liskey. Batting second and playing catcher, Kaylin Weirick. Batting third and playing shortstop, Olivia Grider. Batting fourth, the pitcher, Tierra Hiles. Batting fifth and playing second base, Ashley Woods. Batting sixth and playing right field, Josie Kelly. Batting seventh and playing left field, Kaylin Baylor. Batting eighth and playing first base, Riley Payne. And batting ninth and playing third base, Delaney McDonald. And the Lancers are ready to take the field as the Rockets are up to bat here. And they will face the right-handed offerings, the Rockets will, that is, of Tierra Hiles. Tierra Hiles last year went 9-8, had 68 walks to 120 strikeouts as a freshman. That is a very impressive stat, folks. And we are just about set to play ball here at Lisa County Legacy Field. The umpire going over the ground rules with both managers. And we are ready to go. And we're ready to begin. And the first pitch of the game here is outside for ball one, and we are underway. Here's the delivery by Hiles. And it's a called strike one. It's a ball down low.
Bam, I need you to get that picture in on catcher. So scoot yours over to the left now. Turn it. Push in some now.
2-1 pitch is down low for ball two.
Okay. Charles, you turn yours. Can you turn yours some
Now
more?
it's ball three.
Can you turn yours some more? To the right, Charles.
Michael Sanchez at the plate.
Okay, now let's fix your white balance.
Nice.
1 pitch is high for
Let's
a
fix
call
that white
strike
balance.
two.
I want it to be warmer. So make the temperature go up. Keep going. Nope. Keep going. Hold up. There you go. It's getting
The
warmer.
ball is down low for ball four, and Alexa Sanchez draws the leadoff walk. And that's going to bring up one of the most dangerous hitters for the New Haven Rockets in Jerica Bowman. Jerica Bowman hit .471 with 4 RBIs, but she's also a threat to run the bases. She had 7 last season. Sanchez leads away from first base a bit. Ball down low. Quick snap throw to first. Oh, and Sanchez just barely got back in there in the nick of time. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hiles, and it's down low for ball two.
Got
Hey,
this team.
Charles, you go ahead and push out Charles.
Payne keeping a close eye on Sanchez at first base.
So Charles, move away from that and cover that first. Yeah, get the backside of her, so that way if the runner goes, you can have it.
Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss. Counts now 2-1
Now we looking good, guys.
on Bowman. We've got Faith Sarah on deck, the catcher. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's foul, and that'll reach the seats. Even count at 2-2.
She gone.
The ball's down low. There goes Sanchez to second base, and she steals it. She's in with a nice steal. Sanchez was ready and off at the pitch, and she was easily able to get into second base. So the Rockets have a scoring opportunity here with a runner in scoring position and nobody out. Full count on Bowman. Here's the 3-2. It's low for ball 4, and back-to-back walks will put 2 on board for the Rockets here in the first. That brings up Faith Sarah, the catcher, with 2 on and nobody out here for the Rockets in the top of the first. Sarah taking a slow, methodical walk to the plate. Pitch that's down low for ball 1. Bowman leading away from first base. Ryder is trying to hold Sanchez close to second. That ball is down low. Here goes a play and a nice throw to third. And Sanchez is safe at third base. A nice throw by Weirick, but Sanchez is able to steal third, and the Rockets also pull off a double steal on that throw as Bowman takes second base on the throw as well. Conference time now for Tierra Hiles. I got a pencil.
Here, I got a pen if you need. You want a pen or a pencil?
No. Dropped it again.
If you want the pen.
E0.
Alright, guys. Let me get myself going.
Conference over, and Hiles will have to dig in as she faces Zoe Smith, the first baseman. Correction, that is still Sarah at the plate. 2-0 is the count. Bunt is being shown. That's fouled away. Runners in scoring position for the Rockets here.
Yes. There you go.
Swing and a miss on the 2-1.
There you go, T.
Count is even at 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2, and it's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Sanchez in the score on the fastball, and the Rockets take an early 1-0 lead. Bowman moves to third base on the fastball as well. The count is now full. 3-2 pitch. That one's going to go to the backstop, and Bowman comes in to score. And now the Rockets take a 2-0 lead, and that's also ball 4. So Sarah takes first base on a walk. And very quickly, the Rockets are out to a 2-0 lead here in the first inning.
Alyssa.
That brings up Zoe Smith, the first baseman. Strike 1. Smith leading away from first. The ball is down low. Ball 1.
Stay there, Charles. You got any steal anything, you take that, okay? Talk to me down, so I know you have to move.
Here's the 1-1. That's down low for ball 2. Infield playing at double play depth. Still no outs. down low. Quick snap throw to first. Ooh, and Smith and Sarah just barely got back.
You want me to cut this? Yeah.
Here's the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Time for Hiles to dig deep here. Already trailing 2-0 with nobody out here in the first. Count is full on Zoe Smith. 3-2 pitch. Ball down low. And a walk for the Rockets. That's 3 walks this inning for the Rockets hitters. And another conference for Tierra Hiles. And that's going to be it for Tierra Hiles. She's gone here in the first inning. And a new pitcher for the L'Anse Creuse Lancers. It is Riley Payne. So Riley Payne has come in to replace Tierra Hiles here in the first inning. Well, they call Riley kind of a wild thing out of the bench. He's going to need to bring the heat here in this inning.
You gotta fix it.
Riley Payne last year went 0-0 in limited action. And she's got a nice changeup. And the Lancers are hoping that she can douse the flames with some fire of her own.
Just keep going. Keep going. I just want to see what it's going to be.
So, situation, runners at first and second for the Rockets with still nobody out in the inning, and that's going to bring Maddie Dunnigan to the plate, the left fielder. We got Sarah at second base, Smith still at first. Okay, the confab on the mound is over, and they're resuming and ready to play ball, and the Lancers coach is out to have a chat with the umpire.
I just see Charles is just a little bit different. He'll fix it. That actually it's getting closer. Yeah, that's no, you feel what you're doing because actually the tennis switch over. You okay? Yeah, it's actually it's a blanket in the car. I got my big giant car. I got my big giant car. You want me to get that for you? Okay, listen. I'll just stay on you. Charles, remember you taking care of any kind of skills here with Charles.
All right, welcome back. We've got a few defensive changes for the Lancers here. Tierra Hiles moves to third base. Kayleen Baylor moves from left field.
No, Kayleen Weirick. No.
Kayleen Weirick moves to left field.
No. Kayleen Weirick moves to first.
Mute yourself, Scott. Scott, turn your microphone off for a second.
I did.
Okay, now go ahead and talk to me. There you go.
So, alright, so Kayleen
We're not
comes
used to it,
back to the
guys.
first. And then your guy is still there. Tierra's at third.
Kayleen's still in that.
Yep, now is a pitcher. Everybody's captain. Yes, sir. Alright, now that's right.
Welcome back. A few defensive changes for the Lancers now. Riley Payne, as we had mentioned, is now out of the bullpen in relief. Tierra Hiles moves to third base. Kaylee Weirick goes from behind the plate to first base. And Delaney McDonald moves from third base to behind the plate. All right, play resumes here as Maddie Dunnigan is now at the plate for the Rockets. Bunt being shown, it's a missed bunt. Hiles was charging in from third base on that play. the 0-1. Will tap to the third base. Hiles up with it. The throw gets airmailed into right field. That's going to get a run home. So an error for the Lancers, and now it is 3-0 Rockets.
Way risky.
Well, a tough play for the Lancers there as it goes against them. An error on the board, and the Rockets now out to a triple lead as they lead 3-0. That brings up Ashlyn Sanchez, the sister of their leadoff hitter Alexa. She's playing third base today. There's a 1-1 strike on Ashlyn Sanchez. Maya Wilson, the second baseman, rather, is on deck. There's a missed bunt. Like 2. One, 2 pitch. That bounces low. Ooh, and that hitter. Oh, and that's the one situation you don't want to have is now the bases are loaded with nobody out, and that's going to bring Maya Wilson up to the plate. Bases are loaded here. Ball outside. Swing and a miss. 1-1. There's a tap for foul back to the screen. We almost caught that here in the booth. Bases loaded here. The ball's down low, ball 2. Bases are juiced with Rockets here. Sarah at third, Smith at second, and Smith at third. Dunnigan at second, Sanchez at first. There's a ball down low. Nowhere to put Wilson this inning. 3-2 pitch. Little chopper down the first base line. Weirich has it. It's a throw to the plate. A run scores, and it is 4-0 Rockets. A good play by Weirich to knock it down, but no out recorded. And the Rockets are putting up a crooked number here in the first inning. It is 4-0. That brings up Morgan Vigno, the right fielder. Ball down low.
No breaks in baseball.
Ball down low as well. 2-0 is the count on Vigno. All 3. Nowhere to put Vigno. The bases are still loaded here for the Rockets. Rio pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. You've got Sophia Sabo, the designated hitter, is on deck. 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. force another run home, and it is 5-0 Rockets. And the carousel around the base paths continues for New Haven here this inning. That brings up Sophia Zabo, the designated hitter. The ball down low. Called strike. 1-1. Bases are loaded for the Rockets. There's a chopper to second base. Woods with the play. Runner is safe. Quick snap throw to third. No outs are recorded, and another run is in for the Rockets. It's now 6-0. Run out recorded, rather. And
No.
the ball down low.
I think the run did score.
Yeah.
There's a line shot to left. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Another run comes home. They're going to send another runner across the plate. Here comes Vigneault to score. And the two-point conversion is good for the Rockets. They now lead 8-0 here in the first inning. That brings up Jerica Bowman up for the second time this inning. Walk last time up. There's a Champer foul back to the screen. Real tapper down the third base line. Fair ball. This is trouble for the Lancers. One run is in. 2-run score. That'll be a double for Bowman, and it is 10-0 in favor of the Rockets here in the first inning. Wow, they have put up double digits in the first inning, my friends. Conference time on the mound for the Lancers now.
What is our coach's name?
Like what?
Lancers coach Mike Worth on the mound to have a chat with Riley Payne here. And he's pulled the whole team in on this play. Well, things are getting a bit rocky for the Lancers here in the first inning as they are down 10-0. All right, conference over from Coach Mike Worth, and we'll resume playing ball. Faith Sarah at the plate. She lost her last time up at the plate. Zoe Smith is on deck. Strike out the outside corner, at the outside corner. There's the 0-1. That's high for ball 2. And Bowman was leading away from second base there. That's high for ball 2. Here's the 2-1. That is low for ball 3. There goes Bowman to third, and she is in without a throw. Bowman steals third base. Her second steal of the game. Here's the 3-1. That's blowing outside. That's another walk. And that'll put runners at the corners with still nobody out for the Rockets. That brings Zoe Smith back up to the plate. It's a ball down low. Here's a quick throw to second base. And a double steal by the Rockets. They get another run on the board, and it is 11-0.
No, that's his job. All right, I'm back on you, man.
The ball down low. So Bowman steals home plate, and Sarah is able to steal second base on that play. Zoe Smith at the plate. It's a slapper foul over the left field screen. That'll reach the seats. Well, heads up to the folks in left field. That is could be a danger zone for foul balls.
You get to that field, but she goes catch it. It's hit to Charles side. He takes your side.
Here's the 2-1. That's high for ball 3.
Listen, if the ball is going to get to Charles side, he takes the runners. You go over there and track the person running after the ball. Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Count is full. Madison Dunnigan is on deck. Here's the 3-2. High, ball 4. That's going to put 2 on with nobody out for the Rockets. That brings up Maddie Dunnigan to the plate. The ball is outside.
Nice catch.
The ball down low. 2 balls and no strikes on Maddie Dunnigan. Ball strike. 2-1. It's a 2-1 pitch. Tap to left field and foul. That'll even the count up at 2-2. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. That's down low. Good block by McDonald there to keep that ball from going to the bench stop. Counting even at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Haynes chalks up a K. Well, she brought the heat with that pitch. That brings up Ashlyn Sanchez. They'll tap her foul back to the screen. That's what? Maya Wilson on deck. The ball down low.
Yeah.
They call strike, push that throw to first. Runner is safe. However, on that play, Dunnigan is able to steal third base. The ball outside. We got Sarah over at third base. Runners at the corners. The ball outside and high. Even to count full at 3-2. Here's a 3-2. Will Tapper back to the mound. It's dropped by Grider. Another run is in for the Rockets. And they now lead 12-0.
No.
Yeah. That brings up Maya Wilson to the plate. And the umpires are having a conversation here. Wilson's at the plate. It's a dead ball and a hit by pitch. That will load the bases again for the Rockets. We've seen that several times this inning. It brings up Morgan Vigneault. Right down the heart of the plate. The bases are loaded for the Rockets once again. They're looking to blast off this inning. Another strike thrown by Riley Payne. The ball's outside. Ball 1. 0-2 pitch. Ooh, that almost gets away from McDonald, but a good block. That's high for ball 2. There's the 2-2 pitch. Little tapper, that's fouled away. Called strike 3. And Vigneault is caught looking like a deer caught in the headlights for that one. 2 gone. That brings up Sophia Sabo, the designated hitter, her second at bat this inning. The ball down low. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's low for ball 2. It has been a carousel around the base paths for the Rockets this inning as they are up 12-0 here in the top of the first. That pitch, oh, that almost hit her, but that's down low for ball 3. Nowhere to put Sabo because the bases are loaded for the Rockets this inning. Ball 4, and another run comes home. And a lucky 13 for the Rockets this inning. They're up 13-0. brings up Alexis Sanchez for the third time this inning. Little tapper to third base. That's a foul ball.
All right, guys, so I'm about to start switching again.
You got Jerica Bowman on deck. The called strike. Strike two.
Come on, now, a little more.
0-2 pitch. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ball's outside. 1-2 on Alexis Sanchez. Here's the 0-2. That's down low for ball two. 3-2 on Alexis Sanchez. Little line shot foul. Ooh, that had the third base coach ducking for cover. Hey, when you're into baseball, you're a lifer in any capacity. 2-2 pitch.
Nice.
That's a popped up. Weirich under it. She can't stop it. She can't get it. That counts as a foul ball. Oh, a tough break for Weirich here. She had camped under it, but could not make the catch. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Little chopper to third. Hiles up with it, makes the throw, and that ends the inning. But a big inning for the Rockets. They bat around the order not once but twice, and they lead 13-0 as we head to the bottom of the first.
So I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to do no station identification because we got so much stuff going on. Like, no serious.
How am I doing? Good?
Listen, me and you about to do a lot of talking because I'm about to build this around everything you say. Like, it's going to be really dope. Like, wait till you see how good this about to be.
How am I doing overall play-by-play?
Listen, dude, coach was right. I'm over there enjoying myself and laughing.
You like the little clips I put in, like it gets caught looking like a deer caught in headlights.
All right,
Maybe I
let's
just
find
do this.
something, Charles.
Yeah,
Go.
okay. If I just use this one to do it, right. Oh, you know what I mean?
All right, I'm still on you, Bam. Charles, what you gonna find?
I've never used it.
I would like to come off of Bam. Charles, can you get the outfielders?
I think I got it.
Welcome back.
I think I
Bottom of the first inning here at Lisa
Get over
County
to Marv,
Legacy
Charles, so
Field.
you can get all three
Well,
of
the
them.
Lancers have their work cut out for them by the
Let's push up
Rockets.
to you,
Had a
Charles.
carousel around the base paths in the first inning. They have a 13-0 lead. Now let's see how the Lancers do in their turn up at bat.
Are you connected?
It's 38 degrees right now with a wind of 10 miles per hour out to left field. Well, leading off for the Lancers will be Emma Linsky. She'll be followed by Kaylee Weirich and then Olivia Griner.
Come on, Mama.
And today the L'Anse Creuse Lancers will face the right-handed offerings of Maddie Myersey.
Let's go, I'm not getting started, babe.
the H, they call it letters. It gets misleading, so.
All right. So Emma Liskey at the plate. Little bunt, that's foul. Here's the 0-1. Little snapper towards third base. Liskey is able to beat it out, and she heads for second base. And Liskey is able to get in. They called it a foul ball. Oh, and the umpire is calling Liskey out as she made contact outside the box. And she was out of the box before she hit the ball. So Liskey is out. And there's one away. That brings up Kayleen Weirick to the plate. And Kayleen had a great year last year as she batted .444 with 15 RBIs and a stolen base. That .444 average for Weirick last season would be numbers Ty Cobb would even be proud of. It's a tapper foul down the third base line.
1-1.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's down low for ball 2.
Come on, Kate.
Weirick. At the plate right now. Here's the 2-1. That's high for ball 3. Weirick is a very patient hitter. She actually switched from the right side to the left side to give her a better advantage when running the bases this season. High, ball 4, and Weirick says, "Thank you very much. I'll take my base." Batting, number 18, Olivia Griner. That brings up Olivia Griner. She is one of the few freshmen on this team this season. Pitch, it's down low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's high for ball 2. Weirick at first base for the Lancers here in the bottom of the first. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Here's a chopper to short. And it's overthrown!
Oh!
Weirick heads for third base. Griner for second. They're both safe. And a break for the Lancers as they have runners in scoring position with only 1 out. That's going to bring up Tierra Hiles.
Come on, T.
Tierra Hiles last year led the team with a 455 average. She hit 4 home runs, 30 RBIs, and 3 stolen bases. She is a dangerous hitter. That's high for ball 1. No situation. You got Wyrick at third base and Griner at second. Hiles at the plate. And on deck is Ashley Woods. It's high for ball 2.
Come on, T.
Here's the 2-0. High fly ball to right field. It is a foul ball. Oh, Hiles gave that a ride and just hooked. Foul.
Charles Evans hit the fan. Chasing the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Not her going down the line.
Just hooked foul. Hiles gave that a ride.
I'm on you. I'm still on you. I'm always on you. We'll get it, guys.
Here's the 2-1 to Hiles.
Chase the ball. Yeah.
That's outside for ball 3. Here's the 3-1. Line shot to right field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Here comes Moore again. The throw is cut off. Hiles is in at second. Here comes Moore. She's safe. 2-run score on the play. Hiles also takes third on the throw to the plate. And the Lancers are on the board with a safety. It's 13-2.
Nice, T, good
Got a little
job.
football reference there.
That's what I'm
They're on the board with a safety. It's 13-2. That brings up Ashley Woods to the plate.
Sorry, Ashley.
Listen.
Come on, Ohio.
That pitch is down low for ball 1.
I should have been able to go to Charles. Charles, did you go out there to the outfield and you saved your infield? Okay. I didn't switch, but I should be going to you, Charles, and you chasing the ball coming in. Bam, you should have been covering the home.
1-0 pitch. Tap back to the mound. The throw. The throw, and she's out at first base. Run does score on the fielder's choice as
Oh, wait.
Hiles crosses the plate,
What is going on?
and it's now 15-3.
No, it's not. 13-3.
Correction, that's 13-3. At the plate now is Josie Kelly. We apologize for the technical difficulties with the scoreboard today. It is brand new. It was dedicated to us by the late Lisa Downey from Grosse Pointe South High School. We thank her for donating its member. Okay. The ball down low. There's a strike. 1-1. It's a count. Here's the 1-1 that bounces down low. And they're calling a dead ball. And Kelly is allowed to take first base on the play. That brings up Kaylin Baylor.
I suck at this.
Don't worry about it. Today's one.
We're getting there, guys.
Okay. Kaylin Baylor at the plate with Kelly at first. Ooh, that's a high pitch, a little brush
I'm
back.
still on.
That's high for ball one.
I'm doing so much easier. I'm not focusing on y'all cameras.
It's a 1-0 pitch. That's called strike one. Kelly was leading away from first base. Ball down low. There goes Kelly for second. She's safe as she steals second base.
I got right over there to you. Good job, Bam. Bam, you can press it back up. Bam, get this up, start backing up. I'm still on your journal, so I'm ready to come back to you. I'm on you now, Bam. Make sure you keep my picture in that phone.
Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Put back the pressure on you, too.
It's down low for ball three. We've got Riley Payne on deck, and Riley can be a blip on the radar screen on the base pass, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
That ball is going to go on the backstop,
nice.
and there goes Kelly all the way to third. Right up the bat, number 7, Riley Payne. That's also ball 4 for Baylor.
Come on, pain of my life.
So the Lancers have a good opportunity to score here with runners at the corners and 2 out with Riley Payne at the plate. The ball down low. Ooh, that almost hit her too. Delaney McDonald's on deck. Should Riley Payne reach here? The ball up high, 2-0 on Riley Payne.
Come on, pain of my life.
There's a line shot. Line shot to short.
Oh.
It's dropped. Payne is able to reach base safely. Kelly comes around to score, and it's now 13-4. This inning continues for the Lancers. Delaney McDonald is at the plate. And the Lancers have done to the Rockets what they did to them this inning. They batted around the order. Ball's down low for ball one. You've got runners at first and second as Payne stole second base on that play, or that throw rather. And it's going to go on the backstop. Here comes Baylor to score a run, and Payne moves to third, and it's now 13-5. Heads up base running.
Somebody gonna have to see this. I can do the scoreboard for baseball.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
I got a ball, the computer on the
All this with 2 outs. Emma Liskey is on deck. That's a ball down low. Here comes Payne. And she's
Way to
safe!
go, Kane.
Well, we said that Riley Payne can be a blip on the radar screen. Obviously, she went undetected by the Rockets as she comes in to score on the ball, and it's 13-6. Here's the 3-1. That's high for ball 4. And McDonald is on first. That brings up Emma Liskey for the second time this inning. There's a missed bunt. And Coach Mike Work comes out. Well, we have a moment to talk about Emma Liskey. She batted .273 last year with 6 RBIs and 4 stolen bases. Got Kayleen Wyrick on deck. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away from the catcher. They're calling a foul ball. Yep. Count is 0-2 on Emma Liskey. Here's the 0-2. That's a high. That's high for ball 1. It's high for ball 1. McDonald takes off and she steals second base. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3, and that ends. Oh. And apparently. So we stand corrected. The umpire explained to us that his partner asked for help. So 2-2. 2-2 pitch. That's fouled away. Emma Liskey, as you may not be aware, she actually developed a thing she calls the spirit stick. She says that's awarded to the player who shows the most excitement and passion for the game. That ball is high for ball 3. 3-2 on Emma Liskey here. That ball is down low. Ball 4. Liskey says, I'll take that. And the inning continues as she draws a walk.
Now batting, number 2, Kayleen Wyrick.
Kayleen Wyrick at the plate. And the umpire calls for time.
conference over for the Rockets as Wyrick will step back into bat. Two outs. Called strike. Liskey leading away from first base. There's a ball down low. McDonald leading away from second. That's going to go to the backstop. McDonald moves to second, and there goes Liskey to second, McDonald to third. Welcome back here to Lisa Downey Legacy Field. No, your eyes do not deceive you, folks. We have a football-like score here as it's 13-6 as we start the top of the second. Jerica Bowman at the plate. A few defensive changes for the Lancers. They're back to their original starting 9 as Tiara Hiles is back on the mound. There's a ball up high. 1-1 is the count. Jerica Bowman at the plate. Here's the 1-1. Little tapper to short. Griner up with it, and she makes the play. 1 out. That brings up Faith Sarah, the catcher for the Rockets. Getting back to those defensive changes, Kayleen Wyrick moves back behind the plate. Tara Hiles, as aforementioned, is back on the mound. There's a ball down low. Riley Payne moves back to first base, and Delaney McDonald moves back to third. There's a ball outside, 2-0 on Faith Sarah. That ball is down low. Got away from Wyrick, kind of ate her up a little bit. Here's the 3-0 on Sarah. That's tapped but foul. Zoe Smith on deck for the Rockets. Here's a popped up to third. McDonald can't make the play. And Sarah is safe at first base. That brings Zoe Smith up to the plate. There's a strike. Zoe Smith at the plate, Sarah at first base for the Rockets. Swing and a miss, strike two. Quick snap throw to first! And Sarah is just barely back in. Now Hiles is ready with the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. Way to go. That brings up Maddie Dunnigan. Hiles was throwing bullets there. Maddie Dunnigan at the plate. Strike one. Oh, they got her picked off. But Sarah is back at first. That's the second time she was caught in no woman's land. Swing and a miss, strike two. Oh-2 pitch. Called strike three on the outside corner. Hiles strikes out Mary Dunnigan. At the end of 1.5, it is 13-6 in favor of the Lancers. Welcome back. We apologize for the audio-video difficulties we've had throughout today's game. Olivia Griner at the plate for the Lancers. Two the count here, one out here in the bottom of the second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High for ball 3. Meyersick checks the runner. Here's the 3-2. Ooh, that hitter! Ouch! That has got to hurt as Griner heads down to first base, a little worse for wear. That brings Tierra Hiles to the plate. So Griner takes first base on the hit by pitch. Hiles is at the plate. That ball almost gets to the backstop, but is caught by Faith Sarah. The 1-0 pitch. Line shot into center field. That's going to be caught by Sanchez. And Griner has to retreat back to first base. 2 gone. Ashley Woods at the plate. 2 down. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. It's a ball up high. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ooh, that hitter. Ooh. Well, they say in baseball's a game of life, and it ain't without a few bumps and bruises, folks. That's the second hit batter this inning for the Lancers. That's going to bring up Josie Kelly, who came around and scored last inning. So strike. Here's the 0-1. It's a ball down low. Griner at second base. Woods at first. There's a little slap that's fouled away. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's down low for ball 2. There's a 2-2. It's high for ball 3. There's the 3-2. Ball 4. Ball 4. Yep. Ball 4. That's going to load the bases for the Lancers. You're in the bottom of the second. That brings up Kaylin Baylor. Bases juiced for the Lancers here at the bottom of the second. That's high for ball 1. The ball down low, it got away from the catcher, Faith Sarah, but no one's going to go. And oh no, and they're going to pick off Josie Kelly from first base. And that brings an abrupt end to the inning. Well, the rally fizzles for the Lancers. At the end of 2, it's the Rockets 13 and the Lancers 6. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. I'm Scott Decker.
Hey, it's Coach Ken, and you're watching Lancers Softball and Lancers Softball Network. Go Lancers!
Top of the third here, the Lancers trailing 13-6 here against the New Haven Rockets. Ashlyn Sanchez is reading. All right, top of the third rather. Top of the third, that ball gets to the backstop as Sanchez leads off for the Rockets. When it knows the count. There's a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. After a rough first inning, Hiles has really settled in as she is throwing gas. That line shot fouled back to the screen. And we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2. Little chopper to second base. Woods up with it. It's overthrown, and that's going to get Sanchez all the way to second base. That brings up Maya Wilson with Ashlyn Sanchez at second. That's a ball high and outside. Here's the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, strike one. Line shot foul over the screen, heads up to the people in the stands. Here again is the 1-2. It's the 1-2. That's called strike three. And Sanchez is caught looking like a deer caught in the headlights for strike three. Or pardon me, Wilson is caught looking for strike three. That brings up Morgan Vigneault. That brings up Vigneault to the plate. It's a bunt, and it's a missed bunt, strike one. Sophia Zabo is on deck. Strike two. Strike three called. And Heil strikes out Morgan Vigneault. And there are two away. That brings up Sophia Zabo. And Zabo has, and get this, Hiles has thrown 7 straight pitches for strikes. Swing and a miss, strike two. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's low for ball one. You know, I believe it was John Keats who said, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever," and it is definitely a joy to watch Tierra Hiles pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and Hiles, after giving up the error, has struck out the side. At the end of 2.5, it is the Rockets 13 and the Lancers 7. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network.
Hi, this is Coach Toth. You're watching Lancers Softball on the Lancers Softball Network. Have a great one.
Bottom of the third, Kaylin Baylor leads off for the Lancers here. Lancers down 13-7 here in the bottom of the third. That ball is high and gets to the backstop for ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's low for ball 2. Baylor almost got hit on that pitch. Here's the 2-0. That's high for ball 3. That's high, and Baylor walks on 4 straight pitches. Well, way to be patient. And that brings up Riley Payne, who was definitely a pain in the Rockets' side last inning, as she was a blip on the radar when undetected and stole home plate. Line ground ball to short. And Payne is out at first on a nice play by Jerica Bowman. 1 away. That brings up Delaney McDonald with Kaylin Baylor at second base as Baylor advanced on a fielder's choice. She takes a strike down the heart of the plate. The ball's down low. And they're calling a dead ball. A dead ball play. That'll put the runner on first.
Number 15, Lamaya Swope.
Pinch hitter Lamaya Swope is pinch hitting for Emma Liskey. Well, an interesting maneuver here by the Lancers as Lamaya Swope will pinch hit. So Lamaya Swope will pinch hit here for Emma Liskey. That pitch is high for ball 1. That's high for ball 2. First. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Make the count 2-1 on Lamaya Swope. Here's a 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. And Meyersick is starting to find the zone. 1-2 pitch, strike 3 called, and Swope is caught looking on 3 pitches.
Now
Here comes Kayleen Wyrick to the plate with 2 down. That pitch is high for ball 1. Okay. That ball is down low. And Baylor thought about heading to third, but she thinks better of it. Let her stay put. 2 balls and no strikes on Kayleen Wyrick. That ball's outside. Ball 3. Here's the 3-0 pitch. High for ball 4. That will load the bases for the Lancers with 2 out here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that brings up Olivia Greiner to the plate. That ball is outside for ball 1. That's a ball down low. Good block by Faith Sarah. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Line shot into left field for a base hit. Here comes Baylor around to score. And it's now 13-8. And so Olivia Greiner comes through in the clutch with a nice RBI single. That brings up Tiara Hiles to the plate. Well, you've got McDonald at third and Wyrick and Greiner at first, rather. Hiles at the plate. It's a ball up high. That's ball down low, ball 2. There's the 2-0 pitch. That's high for ball 3. Got Ashley Woods on deck. Should Tiara Hiles reach here? That's ball 4. And a run comes home on a bases-loaded walk as McDonald crosses the plate. And it's 13-9. And this could be it for Meyersick as the Rockets coach comes out to the mound. Change for the Rockets as Zoe Smith comes in from center field to now pitch. We've had a wild one here at Lisa Downey Legacy Field. 13-9 here in the bottom of the third. No, your eyes are not deceiving you, folks. We have a football game-like score. All right, so play resumes here. Ashley Woods back at the plate. 2 outs and the bases are juiced for the Lancers. It's a ball down low. It's a ball down low. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Wyrick in to score. And it's 13-10. Griner moves to third base. Hiles moves to second. A wild pitch scores another run. There's a strike down the heart of the plate. Here's the 3-1. Ball 4. That will reload the bases. And we're going to get a pinch hitter as Brooke Warnke comes up to the plate for the Lancers. Warnke taps one to the right side. That's a foul ball. That's a ball down low. 1-1 pitch. Down low for ball 2. That's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Griner in to score. And it is 13-11. Well, the Lancers playing a little small ball this inning to get some runs by manufacturing them. That's a ball 4. And that will reload the bases for the Lancers. Kaylin Baylor comes to the plate. Kaylin Baylor at the plate. Ooh, that's a dead ball hit by pitch, and another run comes home. Here comes Hiles, and the assembly line around the base paths continues for the Lancers, and they have cut it to 13-12 here in the bottom of the 3rd. It's a ball down low. There's a ball inside. That gets away from the first baseman, but not any further. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to go to the backstop. That's a hit by pitch. Here comes Woods to score. And believe it or not, folks, we are tied up at 13. What a wild softball game this is, folks. That's right. It is 13-all. I haven't seen a score like this back since 1974 when the Cubs took on the Phillies. That's going to go on the backstop again. Here comes Warnke to score, and the Lancers have the lead. They have come all the way back to take a 14-13 lead. And that's going to go to the backstop. Here comes Baylor in to score. And the Lancers lead 15-13. Stop. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's a ball down low. It's a ball down low, and Zoe Smith has lost the strike zone here in the bottom of the 3rd, as things are unraveling very quickly for the Rockets. Strike one pitch. Quick snap throw to third. Oh, and they got her. McDonald is picked off a third to end the inning. But a big inning for the Lancers. They score 8 runs that inning, and believe it or not, they have come all the way back to lead 15-13 as we head to the 4th inning. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network.
From Detroit Mercy, and you're watching Lancers Softball on the Lancers Softball Network.
top of the fourth for for this game, and the Rockets are up to bat. Alexa Sanchez at the plate. There's a bunt that's fouled away. Swing and a miss, strike two. There's the 0-2. That's high for ball one. Hiles, as you remember, struck out the side last inning after giving up a runner on an error. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's a miss, but strike three. And that is 4 straight strikeouts for Tierra Hiles. That brings up Jerica Bowman. It's a ball down low. There's a ball down low, ball two. There's the 2-0 pitch. Ground ball to short. Griner makes the play. 2 gone. A nice pickup there by Riley Payne at first base, and a great throw by Olivia Griner. That brings up Faith Serra, who's had a bit of a rough time behind the plate tonight. However, at the plate, she has been outstanding today. Little tapper back to the mound. Hiles makes the play, and that inning is over. Rockets go down 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. While we have a minute, let's go over a few defensive changes for the Lancers. Lamaya Swope is now playing third base. Josie Kelly is now playing right field. Bottom of the fourth here for the Lancers as they come up to bat. Oh, did they ever make some noise last inning with 8 runs? And Zoe Smith is back out on the mound, and things got a little bit erratic and unraveled for the Rockets last inning as the Lancers put up a crooked 8 spot. So we'll see what happens this half inning. Delaney McDonald leads off for the Lancers. And McDonald was a little bit startled by that warm-up pitch. but she signals she's ready, and play will resume. And McDonald fouls one back to the screen. Line shot to first. Oh, and a nice scoop at first base by Maddie Dunnigan, who moved there from left field, and there's one away. That brings up Lamaya Swope to the plate. Here's the 0-1. Line shot foul. And that almost went into the Rockets' dugout, folks. That had them ducking. Here's the 0-2. Down low, ball one. Here's the 2-1. That goes to the backstop, 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. And down goes Swope again. That brings up Kayleen Wyrick, who came around to score on a wild pitch last inning. Well, they say for whom the bell tolls. Well, the ball one. Here's the 1-0 to Kayleen Wyrick. And it's out low and outside for ball two. Two-0 pitch. Line shot down the third baseline. Fair ball. Wyrick is headed for second base, and she's in there. She's headed for third. And Wyrick is in at third base with a triple. My goodness, Kayleen Wyrick with a triple. What a piece of hitting by Kayleen Wyrick as she laces a triple into the left field corner. That brings up Olivia Griner. Ball's down low. Tiara Hiles is on deck for the Lancers. Here's the 1-0. That's high for ball two. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Ooh, that hit her! And Griner is hobbling to first base. Yeah. Well, this just hasn't been Olivia's night. That's the third time she's been hit by a pitch tonight. That brings up Tiara Hiles. That's a ball down low. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Line ground ball into center field. Base hit. Here comes Wyrick around to score. And the Lancers played another run. It's 16-13. Great piece of hitting by Tierra Hiles as she laces one up the middle. That brings up Ashley Woods. Ooh, and that hit her, and that will load the bases for the Lancers with 2 out.
Now batting number 16, Brooke Warnke.
And Zoe Smith continues to struggle a bit here this inning for the Rockets. That brings Brooke Warnke up to the plate. Missed bunt, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch, popped up to short and caught by Jerica Bowman. And that ends the inning. Lancers do add a run, though, and they lead 16-13 as we head to the 5th. Top of the 5th, and the Rockets are up to bat. Zoe Smith is at the plate. She's trying to help her own cause here. First pitch is right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And Hiles has really found the zone here in the later innings. There's a ball that's high for ball 1. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Called, strike 3! And Smith is caught looking at one too many. And Hiles picks up another K. That brings up Maddie Dunnigan. She moved from left field to first base last inning. There's a little tapper foul into the right field seats. Didn't quite make it as it hit the screen. Here's the 0-1. Called strike 2. Here's the 0-2. That's tapped foul. Back to the screen. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Hiles has definitely found a groove here in the 5th. That brings up Ashlyn Sanchez. That's a ball down low. Little tapper back to the mound. Hiles makes an easy play. Payne scoops it up, and that inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Rockets. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Lancers lead 16-13. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network.
My name is Alyssa Stroh from Detroit Mercy, and you're watching Lancers Softball on the Lancers Softball Network.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
Up to bat here. That brings Kayleen Baylor to the plate, and she led off last inning and started a mini rally. Well, she also started the rally where the Lancers had 8 runs, so let's see if she can start another one. So ball down low. It's a called strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's tapped foul. Back to the screen. Riley Payne is on deck. 1-2, down low for ball 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Baylor's down on strikes. That brings up Riley Payne. There's a ball down low. And Sarah's shaking her hand. Hope she's okay. Yeah, she signals she's fine. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's called strike one. It's a ball down low, 2-1. It's a ball high, ball 3. The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4, take your base. And we'll keep an eye on Riley Payne. Remember, I reminded you folks, she can be a blip on the radar screen. That brings up Delaney McDonald to the plate. Swing and a miss. Payne just got back. Payne almost got caught in no man's land, but she did get back in time. So, 0-1 pitch is down low for ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. That's high. There goes Payne down for second. She is out. And Payne is caught stealing. And there are 2 gone. Two one. Ooh, and that hit Delaney McDonald, and she will take her base. Top of the order now. Lamaya Swope at the plate, top of the order now. That ball is high for ball 1. So strike on the inside part of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Ball is high, ball 2. There's a line shot, foul off the screen. Here's the 2-2. That gets away from the catchers. And McDonald heads to second base. Sarah had trouble with that. Wild pitch. 3-2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and Swope is down on strikes again. We've played 5. It's the Lancers 16 and the Rockets 13. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network. top of the sixth, and the Rockets are up to bat. Maya Wilson is at the plate. The ball outside. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's tapped foul to the back of the screen. One-two pitch. Called! Strike three on the outside corner. And Wilson is caught looking at one too many. And Hiles is inching closer to double-digit Ks tonight, folks. That brings up Morgan Vigneault. She takes a ball down low. It's a bunt that's fouled away. Sophia Szabo is, and we have a pinch hitter. Brindley Roberts is on deck for the Rockets. So ball inside. There's a called strike. Vigneault brushes herself out, refusing to give up this at bat. Here's the 2-2. It's down low. Ball three. And it's a full count on Morgan Vigneault. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Two gone. And as expected, we're getting a pinch hitter. Brindley Roberts will pinch hit for the Rockets here. She had limited action last year, did get credit for 1 RBI last season. She takes a strike on the inside part of the plate. Swing and a miss, strike two. Here's the 0-2 pitch. High for ball one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's inside, ball two. Alexa Sanchez on deck for the Rockets. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Tap foul. Ooh, that almost hit Alexa Sanchez in the on-deck circle. Look out. This goes to show, even if you're on deck, you're still in play. Here's the 2-2 to ground ball to second base. Woods makes the quick throw, and the side is retired. The Rockets go down 1-2-3 as we head to the bottom of the sixth.
Coach Ken, and you're watching Lancers Softball and Lancers Softball Network. Go Lancers!
Bottom of the sixth, and the Lancers coming up to bat. Kayleen Weirick at the plate. They say for whom the bell tolls, hits will come. And Kayleen Weirick is hoping for a hit here in this at bat. There's a ball down low. The ball down low. Well, the Rockets have elected to stay with Zoe Smith here. There's a ball high. That almost hit the umpire. Three 3-1 pitch. Line shot off the third baseman's glove and into left field. Weirick heading around first. She's heading into second, and she's in with a leadoff double. Nice two-bagger for Weirick as she lined it to left field. Olivia Griner at the plate. She came around to score a few innings ago. It's a ball down low. We'll keep an eye on Weirick at second base in case the Lancers decide to put a steal on here. Little pop fly, and that'll reach the seats. Olivia Griner, one of the few freshmen on the team this season for the Lancers. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Down low, ball 2. One-two pitch, line shot, foul. That nearly made it into the bullpens in right field. Here's the 2-2. That's popped up to second base, to center field. It's going to drop in! Weirick moves to third base. There goes Griner to second, and she is safe. Griner picks up a double. Weirick moves to third base, and the Lancers have runners in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth. Tiara Hiles is at the plate. RBI chance here for Tiara Hiles. Little chopper to third base. Hiles is out, but Weirick comes around to score. Griner heads up base running, moves to third, and the Lancers add another run on the board. It's now 17-13. That's high for ball one. One 0 pitch, slap foul, heads up to the fans in right field. You only hope that didn't hit anybody. We can't tell from where we're sitting. We apologize for the delay. A new batch of baseballs handed out by the umpire. Any signals, play ball. Swing and a miss, strike two. Oh, and they got her picked off. And that's gonna get into left field. Griner comes in to score. And it is now 18-13 Lancers. That's fouled away. Yep, one strike. Yep. That's outside for ball one. It's a ball down low. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's fouled back to the screen. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a ball inside. That'll even up the count at 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Called strike three. Two gone. Woods is cut down. Josie Kelly at the plate. The Lancers decide they want to tack on a few assurance runs here in the bottom of the sixth, and they have done just so, plating two. Base is empty for Josie Kelly. Ball two on Josie Kelly. Called strike one. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Smith. It's down low for ball three. High for ball 4, and Kelly draws a 2-out walk. That brings up Kaylin Baylor, who's had a tremendous night around the base paths. Called strike on the outside corner. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and Baylor is caught looking like a deer caught in the headlights, and that ends the inning. We've played 6. It's the Lancers 18 and the Rockets 13. Last call for the Rockets as we head to the 7th. Pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Lancers Softball Network.
My name is Lily Kaser. I go to Michigan State, and you're watching Lancer Softball on the Lancer Softball Network.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone.
We know it's easy to react and shout during games.
But we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you.
We're in the last of here, the 7th. Last call for the Rockets as they bat here in the top of the 7th. Top of the order, Alexis Sanchez leads off for the Rockets. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hiles is definitely in the zone tonight. She's got 12 strikeouts. Here's the 0-2. That's outside for ball 1. That's high for ball 2. There's the 2-2 called, strike 3, and that is a lucky 13 strikeouts for Tiara Hiles tonight. 1 away. Brings up Jerica Bowman. She takes a ball inside. Winnow pitch, swung on and missed. Foul tipped in the glove of Warwick, strike 1. Called strike 2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Tap to center and caught! What a catch! And the Rockets are down to their final out. What a catch by Brooke Warnke. Faith Sarah is the last hope for the Rockets right here. Crowd on their feet. Swing and a miss, strike one. Strike. Popped up and fouled away. And the Rockets are down to their final strike, folks. Oh, you want this? You want this? Here's the 0-2. That's outside for ball one. Outside for ball one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball two. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Down low for ball three. Zoe Smith on deck. Full count. Can cut the tension with a knife here. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Wyrick is under it. She can't get it. It's a foul ball. Good hustle by Kayleen Wyrick there. And again, here is the 3-2. Chopper to short. Chopper to third. Swope up with it. Got her. Ball game. And the Lancers hold on to defeat the Rockets 18-13. What a story and what a game here at the Lisa Downey Legacy Field. The Lancers come back with an 8-run third inning to win 18-13 over the Rockets. We thank you very much for joining us here at Lisa Downey Legacy Field for this game between the Lancers and the Rockets. For all of you watching there, my name is Scott Decker, and this has been a tremendous first broadcast to start the season. Please join us this Friday as the Lancers... Okay. Please join us this Thursday as the Lancers take on Grosse Pointe South Blue Devils. Once again, very much for joining us for today's game here at Lisa Downey Legacy Field. My name is Scott Decker, and we thank you for joining us. Once again, the final score, the Lancers 18 and the Rockets 13. We'll see you Friday night as the Lancers take on Sterling Heights Stevenson. Good night, everybody, from L'Anse Creuse High School.